Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Gamble with Jimmy. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to play a system called 5 to 1. I'm sorry, 5 to 3. 5 to 3. Sounds like a baseball score. 5 to 3 was the final score. So basically we're going to start with 5 box numbers and we're going to bring it down to 3. That's the goal. Once you get to 3, you're going to just let it ride. You can press those 3 or you can keep taking profits, whatever you want to do. So I do want to warn you. I'm going to tell you really quick. A system that has no hedge is going to be very vulnerable to a lot of 7s. You will lose money when you're starting to see a lot of 7s on a strategy that does not have any kind of protection. So what I recommend that you do, like any crap strategy or any time that you play the game, the focus is always the same. You need to have a large enough bankroll to overcome a bad amount of 7s coming. You also can adjust to where you might start laying a 4 or a 10 to protect some of your money until you get enough hits and then you can take it down. But typically with the proper bankroll and the money management, you can overcome it and do what you're supposed to do, which is always leave on that moment that you actually are up. There's always usually a moment that you're up, and that's when you want to leave with the profit, okay? Now, before we get started with today's session, I do want to thank everybody out there from Gamble with Jimmy that has went to my new investment channel, which is called Investing with Jimmy. If you haven't done so, please do that. You can make a lot of money in the stock market. I'm going to put in the description a link to my new video that I made today, which is called The Stock Market, Why It's a Ponzi Scheme. So you guys can watch the information in that video. It doesn't mean you can't make money, but it is a Ponzi scheme. So you guys can see my thoughts on that. Also, if you could like that video along with like this video, go over to Investing with Jimmy, subscribe. I'm really depending on all of my loyal Gamble with Jimmy people to get that channel up to at least 1,000 subscribers, okay? I need at least 1,000 subscribers to get that channel under, off and running. And without your guys' help, it would be way more difficult for me. Okay, we're going to accomplish it, but I certainly appreciate each one of you guys that are loyal to me. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started with today's session. And this one is called 5 to 3. You're going to be off on the random roller come out. Okay, the roller throws a 12. The pass line loses. And there's a 6 point. Okay, so we have a total of $5,000. We're going to start with the quarter level, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we will cap our 8, and that is our bet. We do not bet the point. Here we go. All right, we're going to hit a 10. Okay, we're going to get $50. Tell you one thing about craps, guys, is it's a love-hate relationship, right? It's just like a woman. You love it, you hate it. And sometimes you get sick of it, and then you take a break, and then you just miss it so much, like a woman. So we're going to come down on the 10. Okay, so we're going from 5 to 3. Right now we're 5 to 4. Okay, and there's a 5. 35. Now we're racking and pulling down after each one. So now we are officially at the 5 to 3. We are at 3, and we're going to remain with these 3. Now you can rotate these as you wish. So if you wanted to, you could come off the 4 and you could put it on the 6. Of course, you'd have to add a cap. You could do whatever you wish. We're going to leave it the way that it is. Okay, there's an 8. So that's $35. Okay, so we're not coming coming off of that. Now, if you want to, you could go ahead and press something if you want. We'll go ahead and press. We'll go ahead and press the 4 to 50. Okay, there's another 8. Okay, we're going to go ahead and rack that money for 35. Okay, and there's that little 7 that always gets you. Okay, so we're going to lose here. And that was, you know, decent. We did give back 25 on the 4 that we never got a bonus for. So that was our preference, right? Okay, there's a 5 point. So we'll go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our 5. Cap your 6, 8. Here we go. Okay, there's a 6. Okay, $35. Come down from your 6. There's a 10. That's $50. Come down from your 10, and you have made it to the 3. Okay, so 5 to 3, here you go. Okay, and there's an 8, $35. All right, well, now we're going to try that 4 again. We're going to press that 4. There's a 5, which is the point. Okay, now it's up to you what you want to do on the come out. You could be off. You could be on. We're going to be off. Okay, there's a 9. Okay, we're working. And unfortunately, there's the 7. Okay, let's try it again. Another 7. Okay, point will be an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is a laddering system, so when you do lose, you do need to ladder it up. Now you don't have to ladder it up if you're in profits. I only usually ladder it up when I'm down. Okay, so here we go. Okay, there's an 11. An 8, hard 8. That's the point, so we don't make no money. Okay, we're gonna be off on the come out. Okay, ooh, that was bad for us. We lost out on 50 bucks there. Oh, back-to-back 10s. So we get the 50 bucks after all. Come down on your 10. Oh, that was the point. Okay, we're going to be off on the come out. Okay, there's a 5. So we're just going to move our 5 to the 8 and add a cap. And we'll have a 5 point. Okay, here we go. Oh, we forgot our 10, guys. We got to go back on our 10. Okay, that's a 5 right there, which is the point. Okay, so we'll be off. Okay, that's a 12. Pass line loser. 5. Okay, points of 5. We're all set. We're ready to go. There's a 5 again. Okay, we'll be off. There's a 10. Okay, we'll move our 10 to the 5. That's a 2. And there's a 9. We're going to make $35. We'll come off of the 9. There's the point. Okay, here we go. 3. Pass line loser. And there's a hard 4. Okay, point will be a 4. We'll move our 4 to the 9, and we'll add back our 10. Here we go. 3. 5. We'll get $35. Okay. Come off our 5. Here we go. An 8. Get another $35. Okay, we'll come off our 8. All right, we got our 3 ready to go. There's a 6. That's $35. We're just going to rack it, keep it up. There's an 8. We don't have an 8. And there's a hard 10. That's $50. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to move our 10 to the 8. Okay, so we still stay at 3 numbers. We'll add a cap, but I think the 6, 8 will be better, especially after hitting there's a 5, especially after hitting the 10. So we don't have anything on the 5. 3. So we're looking for that one long shooter here, and we can't get it. Okay. Now, had we gotten into a roll there where we were winning, that would have been the perfect opportunity to pack our bags and head home. Now, what's nice about when you're playing craps, what I teach you guys, is that when you are in profits and you have those 3 numbers there, that was $80 that you could have just pulled it down and went home when you're in profit. So you have to play this game very intelligently. A lot of you guys need to stop trying to win so much money and become more realistic based on your bankroll. If your bankroll is not $5,000 for you to play this game, when you're trying to play with $500, you need to be smart and take what you can get. Okay, so let's go ahead. How you ever going to build it if you don't take profits, you know? Okay, there's a 7. Okay, that's our first 7 out right after the point was established. So we're going to have to go to level 2. This is where it can get a little stressful. You get on bad runs here where you start seeing a lot of 7s early. That can hurt you on a system with no hedge. Okay, so we'll go to 50. Okay, we got to go 60 each on the 6-8. And here we go. Okay, that's a 3. No help. And there's an 11. No help. Hard 8. That's a good one. $70. Okay, we'll take 75. We'll give them a nickel. Come down on that 8. There's a 10. That's a nice one for us, guys. That's $100. Okay, we'll take 100. Come down from that 10. All right, it'd be nice if we can get one more hit here, especially on the 4. Nope, 7 out. Okay, so what happens there is we're going to just repeat the same level. We really, you know, I think we ended up pretty much breaking even there. One more hit would have been good for us, but we couldn't get it. So we're going to just repeat level 2. Okay, that'll be an 8 point. Okay, let's go right back to our second level. Let's cap that 6. Here we go. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, this is where the system can start to struggle. Early 7s, especially as you're laddering up, can really, really hurt you. If you don't have the proper amount of money, you won't be able to continue. You'll have to start switching the strategy up, or what you could do is you could lay the point if you keep seeing these 7s. Because we're not betting the point anyway, you would just lay the point. Get a couple hits and then remove the lay off. In our case, we're just going to keep laddering up. Sooner or later, we hope to get on a long shooter and make our money. Okay? All right, so we got to go to level 3. Level 3. Okay, these will be 90 on the 6 and the 8. Okay, everything else is 75. We hit the 8. That's good. That's a good one. That's $105 back. Okay, we get 105 there. We'll come down on that 8. What's really nice about hitting a number before that 7 comes is that it's a big swing. I mean, you get 105 in profit, and then you come down 90. So you're talking almost $200 gets removed off that board. Okay, and that's another killer. These 7s can kill you on a system like this. It can just murder you as you're going up. Early 7s will kill you on this system. So you have to know what you're getting into when you play a system without a hedge. I show it to you because it can do well, but you will go through some struggles sometimes. Okay, so here we go. You have to have enough money to do a system like this. Otherwise, don't waste your time. Or do the system like this, but lay the point. Okay, that's 2 pass line losers in a row. Okay, point will be a 9. All right, we are in the black chip level now. Okay. Here we go. Hard 10. That's going to help us big time. $200 coming our way. Okay. That's a $300 swing because we're down on the 10. So we need a couple more hits here, guys. Okay, that's another good one. That's $140. Okay, 140 goes in our money. We come down on that 5. So we've made it to 3, and I love our 3 numbers, okay? If we hit a 2, if we hit a 4, that will be fantastic. A 6, we'll take it. We'll take it. Okay, so this is going to be 140. We'll take 150. We'll give them 10. Now here's where it's crucial. We can catch fire right here and hit a 4 or a 6 or an 8. And there's a 6. That's another 140. Okay. Okay, that's 150, and we'll give them 10. Okay, now, at this point, you can do whatever you want to do. This is your money, and this is all about money management of this game, okay? It's all about money management, guys. You have to always be managing your money, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to stay on the 5 to 3 system, but we're going to immediately reduce our investment right now. We're going to say, dealer, make my 450, make my 660, and make my 860. Okay, now I realize we would lose a lot of profits if we keep pounding these numbers, but at the same time, we're very happy with, we've literally hit 3 of our numbers already, like 3. Okay, so we're doing good. Okay, and there's a 9, which is the point. Okay, we're going to be off on the come out. And there's a 7, so that was a good decision by us. Okay, there's a 10. We don't have a 10. Okay, so we're just going to keep our 3 numbers. Here we go. 6, that's perfect. $70. 75 for a nickel. Okay, let's keep going. And there's a 9. We don't have a 9. And there's that 7. And now we're glad that we ended up reducing our amount of money that we had. Okay. All right, so let's analyze where we stand right now on this session, okay? It's very important that you always know where you stand, okay? So right now, we need 400 here. There's 400, okay? So this right here, I counted this 100 with this. So right here is 5,000. So we're up $150, okay? We're up $150. So what does that mean? And keep in mind, that is based on us just losing 50, 60, and 60. If you add that last 7, this 7 right here, if you would have known you were up 150, you could have pulled the 120 down and the 50, which is 210. You had, I'm sorry, 120 plus 50. So $170 plus this 150, you were up $300. Even with all those 7s and everything, you were up $300. You could have walked away. Now you're up 150, okay? So we're going to play longer, but we don't need to go up to level 2 or 3 or 4. It doesn't matter. We could have walked away with $300 already. That is what I'm trying to teach you about this game. It's a money management game. If you have enough money, you typically are going to win if you're a professional at the game, the way you play the game. Okay, that'll be a 5 point. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're going to get paid on that, guys. I'm going to pay myself for the 6 because that's part of our system. Had a little brain loss memory there where I forgot to put my wagers out after the point. Okay, so everybody understands the way that the system works, so we're not cheating. We're just, obviously, if that happened at the casino, we're not getting paid, but on Jimmy's casino, we can get paid. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get $35. and we'll come down from the 6. Okay, we got our 4. We're going from 5 to 3. Right now we're 5 to 4, and ooh, we love that one. That's a good one. 50 bucks. Okay, now here's another thing right now that you could do right now. You already knew that you were up 150. You just had 2 numbers that you gained money on. You hit 35 and you hit 50. You got 85 plus the 150. You're already into the $230 range. You could go ahead and cash out right now and come down on your numbers. Okay, it's totally up to you. There's a 9. That's another 35. Okay, now what I'm going to do with $30 I'm basically going to take that profit and I'm going to press this 8 with it. Okay, there's a 5, which is the point. Okay, we'll be off on the come out. There's an 11, pass line winner. And there is a 5 point. Okay, we're working. Oh, the 7 got us. That sucks. If we would have hit the 8 and maybe one more, we would have cashed out. Okay, so we're going to lose that. We gave up one of our profits by pressing that 8, but I like the play. Okay, there will be a 6 point. This time we won't forget the bet. Okay, we're going to stay on level 1. Okay, we'll go cap that 8. Here we go. Ooh, hard 10. We will take it. That's great. That's 50 bucks right there. Come down on the 10. Okay, that is a 5. That's a 415. That's good. Okay, 35. Let's come down on that 5, and we got it to the 5 to 3, which is the goal. Let's see if we can hit a 4, 8, or a 9. How about a 5? We don't have a 5. A 10, we don't have a 10. Another 10, okay? Now, you can play the system. You can play the system however you want. We're going to go ahead and lay the 10. We're going to go no 10 for 100. Why not? 2 10s in a row. Okay, there's an 8. Okay, that's $35. Okay, we're going to pocket that hit right there. We're going to pocket it. 3. Now, I like my situation here. So I've included a $50 rebate. I only got 80 out there, and I've already won money. Okay, now I don't have to go with that no 10. I'll go maybe 2 more rolls. Okay, hard 4. That is 50 bucks. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and press out of that $50 win. I'm going to press that 8 again, but I'm only going to press it with $30 of the 50 that I just won. Okay, and there's a 5. I don't have a 5. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do 2 more rolls with the no 10. Okay, there's a 6, which is the point. Okay, now because I have a no 10, I'm going to work the whole come out. Okay, oops, it's a 7. So we're going to lose here. We're going to get back 50. We'll keep that 50 and we'll lose this. Most of that was profit anyway. So we're going to go ahead and just start the system all over. Okay, there's a 3, pass line loser. 8 will be the point. And we're going to hope that we can get off the table with this shooter. Let's see if we can do it, okay? Here we go. You're always trying to get off the table if you can. Always try to get off the table. Okay, we're going to be off on the come out. Same point again. That's an 8. Everything will stay the same. Okay, there's a 5. That's $35. Okay, come down on the 5. An 11 doesn't help. A 2 does not help. We got to play longer, guys. We got to play longer. Okay. There's an 8. Now we're going to go to level 2. We don't really need to, but we're going to go for, we're trying to get off the table. So we are going to go for it, guys. We're going to go to level 2, see what we can do. A hard 8. Okay, that does not help us because that was the point. We're going to be off. And there's a 7. We were off. Okay, there's a 5. Okay, so the point will be a 5. We're going to move our 5 to the 8, which means we have to add another 10 for the cap. And we hit the 8. So that's $70. 75 for a nickel. Come down on our 8. 11. A hard 8. We don't have an 8. 12. Oh, I'll tell you what, man, those 7s are brutal, aren't they? All right. We cannot get off this table. Okay, here we go again. 11, pass line winner. Another 11, pass line winner. 9 will be the point. Okay, we got to go 75. Okay, let's cap these 6s and 8s to 15 more each. That's 90. Let's hope for the best here. And no, 7 on the first one, guys. This is where it gets really difficult. So what we're going to have to do here, when we go up, we're going to have to really let it ride. Okay, there's a 5 point. All right, we're going to have to go for it here. We're on level 4. Let's cap these 120. 120, here we go. There's an 8. That's going to give us 140 back. We'll take 150. We'll give them 10. Come down on your 8. Okay, we need that long shooter. A 6, that's perfect. That's another 140. We'll take 150. We'll give them 10. Come down from our 6. Our 2 strongest numbers are gone. But if we got our final 3, but if we can hit one of these, we can always switch back to the 6, 8, and there's an 8. We're not going to get paid. 9, that's perfect. $140. Okay, we'll take 150, and we'll give them 10. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to the 6, put 20 bucks back, and I'm going to, yeah, I'm good with that. Okay, it's an 8. 4 or 10 is what we want. 4 or a 10. Another 8. 6, we'll take it. We'll take it. Okay, that's 140. We'll take 150. Okay, we'll give them 10. Got to put that back. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move my 10 to the 8 and add 20. So I got the 6, 8, and the 4. There's a 9. 5, which is the point. Okay, we'll be off on the come out. And it's a 6. Okay, we'll stay what we got. And there's a 10. So moving our 10 did not work out for us. Another 10. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lay no 10 for 200. 6, that's great. That's the point. Okay, that's the point, but we get 140. We'll take 150, and we'll give them 10. Okay, we're going to be off on the come out. And that's a 7. We were off. Oh, wait. Hold on 1 second. Wait 1 second. Okay, this is what's going to happen. We were off on a come out, but our lay works. So we do get $100 for that lay. Okay? Your lay bets are always working. Okay? All right, so new point is an 8. We were off on the 8, but now we're working on everything. Okay, that's an 11. A 3. 11. An 8. Okay, 8 is $140. Okay, we'll take 150 and we'll give them 10. Now here's what I'm going to do. That was the point, right? I'm going to come down on everything. And I might be able to cash out, so I'm going to take this completely off on the come out. I'm not playing. I'm just looking at my money and figuring out if I'm able to cash out. Okay, so let's take a quick look. Okay, we've got to have 5,000 here. Okay, so we need another 500 here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is going to give us our 5,000. 2, 4, 45, 5,000. Okay, we made our profit. It took us a while, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 75. Basically $600. Basically, we're only $5 short from 600. We'll call it 600. Okay, so we were able to be successful. We were successful. We definitely struggled. You're gonna struggle when you don't have a hedge. It's just gonna happen. You're just not gonna come here. Sure, you might have just hardly any sevens hitting, and you might be able to just make a quick $600 and leave. Sure, that's going to happen. It's not something that's realistic. You're going to go through struggles with a lot of the sevens coming out. It can kill you, but you really would need to adjust where you could lay the point, get a couple hits, take the lay off. So there are ways that you could incorporate a hedge, but if you don't, it's all about leaving when you finally get on a little bit of a roll and not staying. You know, that's the only way you're going to win in this game, guys. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Give me a like. Head over to Investing with Jimmy and check out the stock channel. Check out the videos, like the videos, and subscribe to that channel. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one.